I've just read a crazy stat. According to MIT, 95% of new products fail. As product managers, this stat is pretty terrifying. It just shows the immense challenge that we have in taking a product idea and bringing it to market. If most of them fail, how can you avoid those key challenges and pitfalls to make sure you're not one of them, not that horrible statistic?
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Okay, breathe. I've got some good news for you. In today's video, we're going to look at some of the most common challenges that product managers face. And I'm hoping that you're going to take at least one thing away from this that maybe you haven't thought about before, and it could save you on your next product. Before we jump in though, I just really want to focus on that statistic, 95%. Let's do something a bit different. I've got a couple of bowls. Don't hold those in the wrong place. And this, a pack of Skittles. Who doesn't love a Skittle?
Spice World.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the blue bowl with the successful products and then the yellow bowl with everything else. And we'll see what that comes out looking like. But first, and please don't judge me, I'm going to have to pour this on the table. Done. Okay, so in my blue bowl I've got a mighty 7 Skittles, whereas the yellow one, if I can even lift it, there's so many. There are loads. I mean, well over 100. We are just completely up against it as product managers. If we need to get those few to actually succeed, what are we going to do? Also, why in a pack of Skittles is there always at least one wonky looking one? It's like half a Skittle. I mean, what's that all about? Alright, let's dive into 4 common mistakes that product managers make and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, lack of market research. Imagine creating a product and you don't even know if there's a demand for it. It's like throwing a dart blindfolded. There's this really interesting example, not from a digital world, but from physical products, from Colgate. Yes, those that normally make toothpaste. Well, at one point they tried to enter the kitchen market, the frozen food market to be specific, with this, Colgate kitchen entrees. The issue is that consumers couldn't associate them as a brand with something you eat, and so it just flopped quite naturally. And what would have been great here is to find out, actually, did they even research this to begin with? Did they ask consumers, is there demand here for new products? And actually, what would you think if Colgate started bringing food products to the market? I'm sure they would have learnt loads even before trying to create an actual product itself. Mistake number 2, poor communication. Imagine this, you've got a ship and it's got 2 captains, both steering in completely different directions. This is what happens when there's misalignment within your team. If stakeholders have different expectations and priorities, it can lead to a fragmented product vision and ultimately failure. So, to avoid this, ensure regular and clear communication within your team. Hold frequent check-ins, use collaboration tools, and make sure everyone is aligned with the product's goal and vision. Mistake number 3, ignoring user feedback. Let's imagine that you have a dinner party and you've decided that you're going to cook a soup. So you've got your pan on the stove, you've put your base ingredients in there, and while it's cooking you decide you're going to add a bit of salt and then maybe some spices, and then you add a bit more salt and a bit more spice, And hey, why not? Let's keep adding some salt and some spices. But at no point do you stop and decide that you want to have a little taste to make sure that's what it needs. Well, you wouldn't do that, right? So why would you develop a product without at any point checking that you are creating something that people actually need and value? As you're building out your product, make sure you listen to your users and iterate based on their feedback. User feedback is gold. Don't ignore it. Mistake number 4, overcomplicating the product. Do you ever think that simplicity is key? There are so many products that they start really nice and then they just keep adding features and it gets worse and worse. I have this with video games. If you're a gamer out there, you might have had similar things, but I was playing Warzone a lot during the initial lockdown periods. And then after a while, they just made the menus more and more complicated until it got to the point that the game was basically unusable. Don't do that to your product. Remember what's important, what's key, and keep to that simplicity because that's what users really value. God. Those are the 4 common mistakes to avoid as a product manager. Lack of market research, poor communication, ignoring user feedback, and overcomplicating the product. If you avoid those mistakes, hopefully you'll be one of those products that does succeed in the future. And I hope you found this useful. If you did, please give it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. After all, I'd love to help you on your product journey. And yes, I did make this video mainly so I could eat a bunch of Skittles. Oh dear.